Good morning. Welcome to Power Yoga this morning. I hope you guys are all ready for some yoga. I hope it's warmer in your house than it is in the studio today. It is freezing. So we're going to have a nice workout yoga this morning. So if you have your mat, if you have a block or a water bottle, and we'll get started in extended child's pose. I'm going to restart the music. And go ahead and begin at the back of your mat with your big toes to touch, knees out wide, palms shoulder width distance apart, and bringing your forehead down to your mat or to a block. And let your chest sink towards the floor as you start to quiet your mind. And bringing your attention towards your breath. As you feel the air cycling in through your nose and down your spine. And as you're exhaling through your mouth. As you relax with every exhale into your mat, letting go of the tension in your shoulders and in your hips. As you're extending your exhale just a little bit longer. And lengthening your inhale. And then when you're ready, go ahead and zip your lips together for Ujjayi Pranayama breath. So you're evenly inhaling through your nose, holding it at the top, and exhaling through your nose. Just a slight restriction at the back of your throat, like you're fogging a mirror and you're exhaling. If at any time you need to take a break in today's practice, go ahead and come back to extended child's pose. And then go ahead and move your head side to side. Massage your third eye center, the space right between your eyebrows. And then go ahead and come back to center. You're going to bring your hands behind, grabbing your heels, lifting up on your hips, and then rolling to the crown of your head, feeling that space between your shoulder blades and your spine. And then go ahead and lower your hips back down. Bring your hands back out in front. You bring your palms a touch. You bring them back towards the back of your head. If it's more comfortable, have your palms touch your back. Either option. And go ahead and bring your hands down to the floor. And then on your next inhale, we're going to come into tabletop. Shoulders over wrist, hips over knees. We'll flow through cow and cat. As you inhale cat, roll your shoulder blades back, tilt your hip bones up, gaze towards the ceiling. As you exhale cat, round out your spine, let your head hang. As you inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Do that one more time as you inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. And go ahead and come back to neutral spine. Do barrel rolls. So you're going to shift forward, coming around to the right, making a full circle. And go ahead and do one more circle to the right. And then we'll switch directions, going over to the left and coming around. And go ahead and do one more circle. And then coming back to tabletop. We're going to thread the needle. As you inhale, bring your right arm towards the sky. Palm is facing away, keeping the hips level. And exhale, thread the needle, right hand through, right ear to the mat. You can keep your left hand where it is, bring it to the top of the mat, or bring it around for a half bind. If you want to take your left leg out to the side, go ahead, any one of those options. And go and take your left hand back towards your shoulder. Bring your left knee back in. As you inhale, bring your right arm towards the sky. Palm is facing away. And exhale back to tabletop. Switching sides. As you inhale, bring your left arm towards the sky. Palm facing away. And exhale, thread the needle, left hand through, left ear to the mat. Again, taking whatever arm variation you did on the first side. And whatever leg variation you did. And go and take your right hand back towards your right shoulder. Bring your right leg back. As you inhale, bring your left arm towards the sky, palm facing away. And exhale back to tabletop. Bring your right leg back. Toe is pointed, left arm out in front, palm facing in. We're going to crunch. So as you inhale, you're lengthening. And as you exhale, knee to elbow. Then inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then last one. You're going to crunch in and extend. Now you can stay here or go ahead and bend your right knee. Bring your left hand behind, grabbing your big toe side of your right foot, pressing your foot into your palm as you're kicking away from your body. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Bring your left arm out in front and then come back to tabletop. Go ahead and roll out your wrist. And then we'll continue on the left side. So bring the left leg back, right arm out in front, palm facing in. As you inhale and exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. You're going to crunch in and extend. Again, you can stay here or bending your left knee, grabbing your big toe side of your foot, pressing your foot against your palm, kicking away from your body. And then go ahead and release. Bring your arm out in front and then come back to tabletop. Go ahead and roll out those wrists. Then we're going to come into dolphin pose. So you can come down to your forearms. They're about distance from each other. You can bring your palms down on the mat or palms to touch, whichever is more comfortable. Curling your toes under, lifting up on your hips, and then walking your feet in a little closer. Belly button towards spine. If you need to bend those knees, please do so. And then on your next inhale, bring your right leg towards the sky, keeping the hips level. Continuing to breathe in and out through your nose. And then go ahead and bring your right foot back down to the mat. And then inhale, lift your left leg towards the sky. And then go ahead and bring your left foot back down towards the mat. Now from here you come down to your knees and push yourself back to downward facing dog, or go ahead and just lift up on those elbows and push yourself back to downward facing dog. And then go ahead and pull out your heels, bending one knee at a time. And then go ahead and straighten your legs. You inhale, look to the top of your mat. Then exhale, walk your feet behind your wrists for ragdoll pose. Feet are hip distance apart, knees are bent or straight. And then grab opposite elbows and let your head hang. Try to shift the weight forward to the ball of your feet off of your heels. Want to rock side to side, go ahead. And then go ahead and take opposite grip with your hands. And shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And go ahead and bring your hands down to the mat. To heel your feet out a little bit wider. You're going to walk your hands over to your right foot, placing your left hand on the block, the floor, or your foot. As you inhale, bring your right arm towards the sky, palm facing away for a twist. And go ahead and bring your right hand down, walking over to your left foot. Again, placing your right hand on the block, the mat, your foot, your leg, as you bring your left arm towards the sky, palm facing away. And bring your left hand back down to the mat. Bend your knees, toe heel your feet together. And then slowly roll up your spine until your head comes up last. And then rolling out your shoulders. And then standing up nice and tall, feet are hip distance apart or together. You're pressing on all four corners of your feet, engaging your quads, belly button in, relaxing the shoulders, lifting up on your chin. And your palms are facing forward. And then on your next inhale, mountain pose, bring your biceps to your ears. We're going to do steeple grip. So palms together, pointer finger towards the ceiling. As you inhale And exhale, baby back bend. Shift your hips forward, look up at the ceiling. And inhale, rise. And exhale, side bend to the right, keeping your chest lifted. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, side bend to the left. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips, hands to heart center. Then bring your hands towards the floor. As you inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shin or thighs, gazing out in front. And exhale, chaturanga, step back to a plank. Staying here or lowering halfway. As you inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step or float, big toes to touch. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale, mountain. Biceps to ears again with that steeple grip, changing. Watch thumb is on top. As you inhale. And exhale, baby back bend. And inhale, rise. And exhale, side bend to the right. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, side bend to the left. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips, hands to heart center. And bring your hands towards the floor. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga, step back to a plank. And then lowering halfway. As you inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Your next inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step or float, big toes to touch. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale, mountain. Back to that steeple grip. And exhale, baby back bend. And inhale, rise. And exhale, side bend to the right. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, side bend to the left. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips, hands to heart center. And bring your hands towards the floor. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga, step back to a plank. And then lowering to halfway. As you inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And on your next inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step or float, big toes to touch. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. And inhale, chair, bend your knees to back, biceps to ears or arms out in front. If this is too much on your shoulders, you should be able to see all 10 toes. I like to lift my toes up. Go ahead and try sinking a little bit deeper as you inhale. And exhale, open side twist to the right hand back, left arm forward, palms facing away. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, open side twist to the left hand back, right arm forward. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips, hands to heart center. You inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga, step back to a plank. Again, you can always push yourself back to downward facing dog or lowering halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high, hips are level. And exhale, knee to nose, you're shifting forward into that plank, pulsing with the knee for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift your right leg high. And exhale, low lunge, bring your right foot in between your palms. We're going to go into warrior 2. So pivoting your back heel down, bending your front knee, arms out to a T, pressing evenly through both your heels. As you inhale and exhale, extended side angle, reaching forward and down with that right arm, left arm towards the sky, or bring your bicep to your ear. You have the option to bring your right arm out, like you're holding a beach ball in between your palms. And inhale, reverse warrior, left hand to your thigh, right arm towards the sky. And exhale into triangle, straightening your front leg, reaching forward and down with the right arm, left arm towards the sky. You have the option to bring that right arm back out in front, like you're making the letter L. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, back to warrior 2. And exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Step back to a plank. If you want to float your right leg, you can, as you lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now your next inhale, bring your left leg towards the sky. And exhale, knee to nose, coming into that plank. Pulsing with the knee for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bring your left leg towards the sky. And exhale, low lunge, bring your left foot in between your palms. Go into that warrior 2, pivoting your back heel down, front knee bend. Arms out to a T, looking over your left arm. As you exhale, extended side angle, reach forward and down with that left arm, right arm towards the sky, or bring your bicep to your ear. If you want to release that left hand, palms are facing each other, chest is pointed towards the side. Your next inhale, reverse warrior, right hand to your thigh, left arm towards the sky. And then exhale into triangle, straighten that left leg, reaching forward and down with that left arm, right arm towards the sky. You can take that left arm out in front, palm facing the ceiling. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come back to warrior 2. And exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Step back to a plank. If you want to float your left leg, go ahead as you lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and take a couple breaths here. Then on your next inhale, bring your right leg towards the sky. And as you exhale, right knee to right elbow. Pulsing with that knee for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bring your right leg towards the sky. And exhale, low lunge, bring your right foot in between your palms. Pivoting your left heel down as you inhale into warrior 2. And exhale, extended side angle, reach forward and down with the right arm, left arm towards the sky, or bring your bicep to your ear. Again, you can always bring that right arm out in front if you'd like. Then inhale, reverse warrior, right arm towards the sky. If you want to take that left hand around for a half bind, go ahead. And exhale into triangle, straighten that right leg, bring the arm forward and down, left arm towards the sky. Again, you can bring that right arm out in front, palm facing the ceiling like you're making the letter L. Then inhale, back to warrior 2. And exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Step back to a high plank. And then lowering halfway. So inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Your next inhale, bring your left leg towards the sky. And exhale, left knee to left elbow, pulsing with the knee for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift your left leg high. And exhale, low lunge. Bring your left foot in between your palms. Pivot your right heel down as you inhale into warrior two. And exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward and down with that left arm, right arm towards the sky, or bringing your bicep to your ear. And inhale, reverse warrior. Bring your left arm towards the sky. And exhale into triangle, reaching forward and down with that left arm, right arm towards the sky. Again, bringing that left arm out in front if you like to make the letter L. You're strong with both legs. And then on your next inhale, back to warrior two. And exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Step back to high plank. And then lowering halfway. As you inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and take a couple breaths here. And your next inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, step, or float, big toes to touch. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Then inhale, chair, bend your knees, sit back, biceps to ears, or arms out in front. Again, we're going to sink a little bit lower. As you inhale, and exhale, open side twist to the right. Hips and knees are pointed forward. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, open side twist to the left, left hand back, right arm forward. And inhale, back to center. And exhale, forward fold, hinging at your hips, hands to heart center. As you inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, chaturanga, step back to a plank. As you lowering halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, bring your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, so you're crossing underneath. Pulsing with that knee for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift the right leg high. And exhale, low lunge, bring your right foot in between your palms. As you inhale into warrior two. And exhale, just extended side angle. And inhale, reverse warrior, right arm towards the sky. And exhale into triangle, straightening that front leg, reaching forward and down with the left arm, right arm towards the sky. Again, you can always bring that arm out in front. And then on your next inhale, back to warrior two. And exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Step back to the high plank. And then lowering halfway. As you inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, bring your left leg towards the sky. And exhale, left knee to right elbow, crossing under. Pulsing for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring your left foot in between your palms. Pivot your right heel down as you inhale into warrior two. And exhale, extended side angle. And inhale, reverse warrior, left arm towards the sky. And then exhale into triangle, reaching forward and down with that left arm, right arm towards the sky. And bringing your left arm out in front. And inhale, back to warrior two. And exhale, chaturanga, windmill your palms down to mat to low lunge. Step back to high plank. And then lowering halfway. As you inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And then go ahead and come down to your knees, take a drink of water, or come into extended child's pose. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into tabletop and then push yourself back to downward facing dog. Going to inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring your right foot in between your palms. Bring your left hand next to your right foot. As you inhale, bring that right arm towards the sky for a twist. Palm is facing away. And then go ahead and bring your right hand back down to the mat. We're going to go into crescent lunge, keeping that front knee bent, pressing through that front heel, pulling the right hip back, left hip forward. We're going to inhale and exhale, airplane your arms back, hinging forward, palms facing down. Nice flat back, belly button towards spine. And then on your next inhale, bring your biceps back towards your ears. And exhale, low lunge, bring your hands down to the mat. We're going to go into pyramid. You're going to bring your left foot in, pulling that right hip back, left hip forward, and let your head hang. If you have blocks, please place them on each side. We're going to bend the right knee. We're going to step off into warrior three. So you're going to shift your weight forward onto your right foot, step off with your left into warrior three, airplaning your arms. Or if you want to bring them out to a T or bring them out in front, just try to keep that hip level as best as you can. Foot is flexed. We're here for 3. Stepping back to crescent lunge in 2. And 1. Go ahead and bend that front knee, coming back to crescent lunge. And then go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. We're going to do revolve crescent lunge. As you inhale, roll the shoulder blades back. And exhale, left elbow to right thigh. Now you can press your palms together, open, or come around for a bind. Any one of those options. We're here for 3. Runner's lunge in 2. And 1. Go ahead and bring your hands down to the mat. Toe heel your right foot to the top corner. Bring your back knee down. Uncurl your toes. And let your hips sink towards the floor. You can stay here on your palms. Or go ahead and come down to your forearms. Whichever is more comfortable. Now if you're on your forearms, go ahead and come back to your palms. We're going to shift back to seated half split, straightening your right leg, pulling the right hip back, left hip forward, one hand on each side, and let your head hang. One side is going to feel tighter than the other. And then go ahead and bend your right knee. Bring your right hand back to the mat. Curling your left toes under, taking that left knee off the mat. We're going to come into side plank on the left. So you're going to bring your right foot up so you can stagger, drop that bottom knee, or stack your feet, bringing your right hand towards the sky, lifting up on the hips. You're here for 3. Coming into plank in 2. And 1. Bring your right hand back down to the mat. You're in plank, and then push yourself back to downward facing dog. I'm going to inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring your left foot in between your palms. Bring your right hand next to your left foot. As you inhale, bring your left arm towards the sky. And exhale, bring your left hand back down to the mat. As you inhale into crescent lunge, pressing through that left heel, keeping your hips level, pulling that left hip back. And exhale, airplane your arms back, hinging forward, palms facing down. Nice flat back, belly button towards spine. Then inhale back to crescent lunge, bringing your biceps to your ears. And exhale, low lunge, bring your right hand down to the mat. Bring your right foot in a little bit closer. And then straightening your left leg as you pull your left hip back, right hip forward, and let your head hang. Again, one side is going to be tighter than the other. And then go ahead and bend your left knee. Shift your weight into your left foot. Step off with your right into warrior three. Again, whatever arm variation you would like. We're here for three. Stepping back to crescent lunge in two. And one, bending that front knee. Bring those right toes back down to the mat. Biceps to ears. And exhale, hands to heart center. Do revolve crescent lunge. As you inhale, roll the shoulder blades back. As you exhale, right elbow to left thigh. Again, you're pressing your palms together with every exhale. Or you can open or come around for a half bind. Make sure you're strong with that back leg. You can always drop the back knee down. Here for three, two, and one. Go ahead and release, coming into runner's lunge. Bring your left foot to the top corner. Bring your back knee down. Uncurl your toes and let your hips sink towards the floor. Make sure your knee is not going over your toes. Again, if you want to come down to your forearms, but one side will be tighter than the other. Bend your forearms, go ahead and come back to your palms. I'm going to shift your hips back to seated half split, straightening the left leg, pulling the left hip back, right hip forward, one hand on each side, and let your head hang. You're on your left heel. And go ahead and bend your left knee. Take your left hand back towards the mat. We're going to step back into that side plank with whatever variation you would like. Stacking, staggering your feet, or bringing your bottom knee down. Go ahead and take your gaze up towards your left hand. And then go ahead and come into that plank. Left hand down to the mat. And then push yourself back to downward facing dog. And then go ahead and come down to your knees and have a seat on your mat. We're going to do some abdominal exercises. We're going to do high to low boat. So option one is having your hands behind. Bring your feet off the mat so you're high to low. Option two, arms at your side, palms are facing each other, high to low. And then option three is coming all the way back down, touching, and then coming all the way back up. So we're going to do 10 of those. So pick what variation you would like. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, coming down and up, and then bring your feet down. We're going to come down all the way down to your back. Bring your soles of your feet together for butterfly sit-ups. So soles of your feet are together, really pressing through your heels. The closer your feet are, the harder it is. The further away, the easier it is. You're going to bring your arms above, palms are facing each other, and then you're going to roll up your spine until you come to a seated position, bringing your hands up And then slowly roll back down your spine, pressing those feet together. So you have 9 more coming all the way up. And then rolling back down. 8 more. And coming all the way back down. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one. Go ahead and roll all the way back up. And coming down. We're going to keep our feet where they're at. Arms are at your side. Palms are facing the ceiling. You're going to lift the shoulder blades up. Reach your right arm towards your right knee. Back to center. Left arm towards left knee. Back to center. Here for 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1 more on each side. And then go ahead and lower all the way down. Bring your knees to touch. Bring them towards your chest. And go ahead and rock side to side. And go ahead and bring your soles, your feet down onto the mat. We're going to do bridge pose. Arms are at your side, palms are facing down. You're going to lift your hips up and press your palms into the mat. Now you have the option to stay here. We're going to do a marching bridge. You're going to flex your right foot, bring your right knee towards your chest, about a 90-degree angle, and then slowly lowering down, trying to not shift the weight so much. And then coming back down on the left side. You got 5 more. Bring the right knee towards your chest. And then lowering down. Left foot towards your left knee towards your chest. And then lowering down. 3 more. 2. And 1 more on each side. And then go ahead and lower your hips back down for Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles to your feet, knees out wide, 1 hand on heart center, and 1 on your belly, and blink your eyes shut. And go ahead and bring your knees back to touch. Bring them towards your chest, hands behind your knees. You're going to rock and roll a couple lengths of your spine. So you can come into that shoulder blade, come up and hold. Roll back towards those shoulder blades, come up and hold. We're going to do that 1 more time. And then go ahead and cross your legs. Plate your hands in front, step back to a plank, and then push yourself back to downward facing dog. We're going to do half pigeon. So as you inhale, bring your right leg towards the sky. And exhale, bend your right knee behind your right wrist. Bring your left knee down, uncurl your toes. As you inhale, walk your hands back towards your hips, and then exhale, walking them forward. Try bringing that left hip down towards the mat, not caving onto that right side. If you want want to work on mermaid, go ahead and come back to your palms, bending the left knee, grabbing it with your left hand, staying here or hooking it into your elbow, taking your right arm up, bending your elbow, palms to touch. These are just options. And wherever you're at, go ahead and come back to your palms, curling your back toes under and pushing yourself back to downward facing dog. I'm going to switch sides. As you inhale, bring your left leg towards the sky. And as you exhale, bending your left knee behind your left wrist, right knee down, uncurl your toes. As you inhale, walk your hands back towards your hips. You're squaring your weight. And then exhale, walk your hands forward. Try bringing that right hip down towards the floor. Again, you can always stay here. If you're working on mermaid, go ahead and come back to your palms, bending that right knee, taking your right hand behind, or hooking it into your elbow. And then getting your balance and bringing that left arm up and around. And wherever you're at, go ahead and come back to your palms, curling your back toes under and pushing yourself back to downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, look at the top of your mat. And then walk your feet behind your wrist and have a seat on your mat with your legs out in front for seated forward fold. So finding your sit bones sitting up nice and tall, belly button towards spine. As you inhale, bring your biceps to your ears. And exhale, hinge forward with a flat back. If you no longer can, go ahead and round out your spine. Let your head hang. And rise on up. You're going to bring your left foot in, sole of your foot, and then your inner thigh, right leg out in front again, sitting up nice and tall as you inhale. And exhale, hinge forward. And then on your next inhale, rise on up. You're going to bend your right knee, take your left pointer finger and middle finger around your big toe. Bring your right hand towards your hip. We're going to add a twist if you want to try straightening that right leg, looking over towards your right side. And then go ahead and release, coming back to center, switching sides. Bring your left leg out in front, right foot in. Sole of your foot is pressing up against your inner thigh. As you sit up nice and tall as you inhale, bring your biceps to your ears. And exhale, hinge forward. And then on your inhale, rise on up. You're going to bend that left knee. Pointer finger, middle finger around your left big toe, left hand next to your hip, and then slowly straighten the leg as you're twisting. And then go ahead and release, bring your legs out in front. Sitting up nice and tall, bring your arms out in front, palms are facing each other. And then slowly roll all the way down your spine until you come to a long body stretch, bringing your arms above. We're going to do banana asana. You're going to walk your feet over to the left. Now you can stay here or take your right ankle, cross it over your left, and then bring your arms over to the left. Feeling a stretch on the right side. If you want to take your left hand around your right wrist and pulling up and over. And then go ahead and release, unwinding, coming back to center. And then walking your feet over to the right. Again, you can stay here or cross that left ankle over. And then bring your arms over to the right. You want to take your right hand around your right wrist and bring it up and over. Feeling a stretch on the left side of your body. And then go ahead and release, coming back to center. And then bring your knees to your chest. Rocking side to side. And do happy baby pose. So soles of your feet look up at the ceiling. Grab your calf, ankles, or inside arches of your feet. Keeping your lower back on the mat. Want to rock side to side? Go ahead. And then go ahead and release your feet down to the mat, bringing your arms out to a T, palms facing the ceiling. As you inhale, take your right leg, cross it over your left. And as you exhale, supine twist. Let your knees fall to the left as you gaze towards your right hand, keeping your shoulders on the floor. And on your next inhale, bring your knees back to center. Uncrossing your right leg, bringing your knees to your chest, doing hip circles, so big toes to touch, hands on your knees. Bring your knees towards your chest, out to the side, and making a full circle. And then go ahead and switch directions, pushing your knees away, out to the side, and then bringing them back towards your chest. And then go ahead and bring your soles of your feet back down onto the mat, arms back out to a T. As you inhale, cross your left leg over. And as you exhale, let your knees fall to the right. As you gaze towards your left thumb. On your next inhale, bring your knees back to center, uncrossing your left leg, and then go ahead and do whatever movement feels good to you. And then when you're ready, go ahead and find a comfortable position for final relaxation on your mat. Legs long or knees bent, whichever is comfortable for the next couple minutes. As you start at the crown of your head and work your way down to your toes, softening and relaxing all the tension. As you're softening your forehead, softening your lips, softening your jaw, and softening your neck. And softening your shoulders. And softening your back. And softening your chest. And softening your hips. And softening your legs. As you're inhaling relaxation and exhaling all the tension. You can stay in Savasana as long as you like. If you're ready to move on, then go ahead and start wiggling your toes and your fingers. And then moving your head side to side. And then bringing your arms above for a long body stretch, straightening your legs, reaching from your toes to your fingertips. And then bringing your knees to your chest and roll to your right or left side for Finanasana pose, using your bicep as a pillow. And then go ahead and push yourself up to seated position with your eyes blinked shut and your hands at heart center. I want to thank you all for joining me this morning, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. We'll end class this morning by bowing forward, saying namaste. Namaste. Well, thank you everyone for coming and sharing your practice in your home with me. I will see you next week.